Hey yo guys, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we'll be showing the top 10 best animes to watch for beginners. So let's hop right into this. So for number 10 we got My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is quickly becoming one of the most popular animes of the century. The series is set in a world in which superpowers or quirks, as the anime refers to them, are held by around 80% of the population, which eventually leads to a hero/villain society. The series follows a young man named Izuku Midoriya, who is given the quirk of the legendary hero All Might and joins the most prestigious hero school in Japan, UA. And for number 9 we got Erased. In a similar vein to Parasite, Erased is one of the most underrated animes of the past decade. The 12-episode series is a dark and intense story that follows a 27-year-old man called Satoru Fujinoma, who possesses the ability to rewind to avoid a tragedy. However, after a murder in his present brings back forgotten memories of his childhood, Satoru rewinds to his childhood past. The series is as intense as it is heartwarming, with Satoru having to use his knowledge of the future in order to solve the murder in the future and catch the killer. Now for number 8 we got ReZero Starting Life on Another World. It is one of the most popular animes of the past few years, with the characters of Rem and Ram being particularly widespread across the anime merchandise. The series follows Subaru, a young man who ends up being transported from the modern world into a fantasy world. In this world, Subaru learns that if he is killed, he resets to a checkpoint, allowing him to alter his actions and try again. By the way, season 2 of this anime just got recently wrapped up, so you might want to check it out. Now for number 7 we got One Punch Man. The anime One Punch Man started as a web manga that eventually took over the world after it was the subject of a massively successful anime adaptation, with the property even spawning its own video game. The series follows Saitama, a man who has trained his body to such an extent that he's able to defeat enemies with one punch. The series is satire of the hero and anime fighting genre, and it truly is fantastic with its material. The series is also relatively short, which makes it an easy series to catch up on. So for number 6 we got an anime movie. It's Your Name, and it tells the story of a high school boy in Tokyo and a high school girl in a rural town who suddenly and inexplicably begin to swap buddies. Now I don't want to say any more about this because it would count as spoiling, and I just believe that it's a really great movie or an anime movie to watch. And for number 5 we got Cowboy Bebop. As one of the most popular animes that are loved by foreign people, you cannot miss Cowboy Bebop. The action science fiction anime with just one season, which contains 26 episodes, is easy to watch until the end. The setting of the anime is the space in 2071 where the bounty hunters, including Spike Spiegel and Jet Black, combat against criminals. Consists of a variety of genres such as action, suspense, comedy, cyberpunk, etc., and entertaining background musics including jazz, blues, rhapsodizing the real world. And now for number 3 we got Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba. Now Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba is one of the most popular manga and anime in the recent years. The original manga was serialized on Weekly Shonen Jump from 2016, and it came to an end in 2020. In 2019 the first season of the anime adaptation was aired with 26 episodes, and the sequel was released as Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train, on the screen on October 2020. For number 2 we got Death Note. As in case with several anime titles on this list, Death Note is an iconic and highly influential series that is perfect for beginners due to its compelling and close story. Death Note follows Yagami Light, a high school student who discovers a Death Note at his school. This book gives Yagami the power to kill anyone whose name is written on the book, with Yagami using his power to enact vigilante justice. Yagami's actions eventually bring him into conflict with an eccentric detective known as L, leading to a compelling game of cat and mouse between the two characters. And for our number 1 title today in our list we got Attack on Titan. The anime Attack on Titan is one of the most popular due to its incredible first season, with many referring to it as the Game of Thrones of anime due to its intense and graphic plot. The series is set in an apocalyptic future in which humanity hides behind the walled city in order to keep out the Titans, who are these giant creatures that feed on humans. Now the final season of Attack on Titan is coming up shortly in December 7th, approximately around a month and a couple of days from now, so you might want to get into this anime. And now for some honorable mentions, I would like to say that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is really a very good honorable mention. In a similar vein to Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the most iconic and influential animes of the past few decades. The series follows two brothers, Edward and Alphonse, as they try to heal the damage inflicted on them during an ill-fated ritual. It has some of the most intense action, compelling characters, and heartbreaking episodes in anime history, making it perfect contender for someone's first anime. And another honorable mention would be Parasite. Parasite is an anime that revolves around parasites, aliens, creatures who must invade and take control of humans. Hosts to survive have came to Earth, and no one knows their secret except high school student Shinichi Itzumi, whose right hand has been invaded by a parasite. This parasite burrows into his arm in state where Itzumi Shinichi is forced to live with it. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. See you next. Take care until then.